how's it going? I finally changed the air filter on my bike, and it has greatly improved the power. I'm getting a little bit better fuel efficiency. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I'm only getting like, okay, I think prior to it I was getting like 28 on a good day. Typically 27. I don't think I ever hit 26. And now, well, I have only done one refill, or one fill up after installing the new air filter, the UNI filter, the foam. Shit, this fucking road sucks. You gotta oil it too with the foam. I'm kind of new to the foam filters. I actually like it though. Well, I'm pretty sure that I needed to replace my old air filter anyway, but going to the foam, I've gotten even more airflow now, so I'm actually trying to lean it out a little bit, but without rejetting. So right now I have stock everything. I'm back to stock. I've got the foam UNI filter. Shit, these freaking sewer drains, and it's actually running great. There's a huge power increase. I mean, I'm assuming because of the airflow. I'm getting a little bit better mileage, but I've only done one fill up, and I think I only did a little bit of drive. And I did two fill-ups, but one of the first fill-up was partially with the new one and then partially without it, with the stock or the paper filter. And I was racing a little bit on the second one. I was just trying to get some, come on. I was just trying to get some airflow going through it and give it a little bit of a workout. And I did clean the back two spark plugs on the Honda because they were fouled. I was running it too rich. I'm pretty sure it's because of the air filter. It's everything is stock. So I cleaned those nice and clean. I didn't clean the front ones, and I was hoping that they would just clean themselves kind of by riding it hard with the foam filter. And I'm actually just gonna go ahead and clean the front ones again. The only reason why I didn't is because my Honda's a pain in the ass. The VFR700 is a pain in the ass to do any kind of maintenance, basically. So in order to get to the two front spark plugs, the back ones are pretty easy. I mean, you just move the tank, and then it's right underneath the tank. The two front ones, I gotta not completely remove the radiator, but I gotta unscrew the radiator. I don't like unplugging the radiators, and there's a shit all over the place, the coolant. But before that, I gotta remove my entire bottom cowl, the plastics, but it's like one big ass piece. So I just haven't gotten to it, and I think I'm gonna do that now. I'm pretty sure that'll increase the fuel economy just by cleaning the front spark plugs. But since my last fill up, even racing, like hardcore revving and shit, I think it was like 30 to the gallon, which is the best that I've ever had in recent times. Not ever. I haven't really monitored it much prior to like maybe a year ago. So I'm thinking if I clean those, it'll be good to go. This bike, the Ninja 650R, I fixed that gasket, the leaky. It's a cover that goes over the, what are those things called? They spin and open and close the air valve and let the fuel in. Whatever that shit's called. I'm not really too knowledgeable on all of the names, all these donuts. Of all of the different parts. Anyway, I replaced that gasket, but I also saw that I had to replace some more gaskets. Two more inside. Those were, I mean, you gotta replace them anyway if you take the thing off. But those gaskets prevent oil from getting into the spark plug holes, and then I had to replace the bolt gaskets that hold the top piece on. Those were bad. I actually did need to replace those. I didn't realize. So I added it up a little bit more. I realized all of this afterwards, after I took the old gasket off, and I was going to be replacing it with the new one. While doing all of that, I had to remove the air box and all of that shit. and I noticed the air filter on this bike was horrible. Like, I don't even know how this was running still. Anyway, so I did the UNI filter on this. Oh my gosh, there is a huge power increase. Like, huge. Bigger than my bike. Just slightly bigger. Oh yeah, I saw the spark plugs and they were pretty, the bike was running pretty lean. I'm thinking this is a fuel injected, so I'm thinking that with less air it would have to give less gas. So this is my theory of it running lean. The spark plugs were white, so I cleaned them off a little bit and then I re-gapped them and everything. I'm thinking that it was because I had to like cut the fuel a little bit. So I'm thinking it got to like a point where it couldn't really cut too much fuel or it would not run at all. I don't really know why it would be running lean if I have a bad air filter, clogged air filter. Anyway, so I cleaned those off, put the new filter on here, the air filter. Oh my gosh, there is an insane power difference. I wanted to show it on camera, but kind of busy right now. I'm trying to find an area where I can just open the throttle. I don't have any video to compare it to. I mean, with the air filter that's in here now is just insane amount of extra power. South Mountain, baby. I hiked that mountain once. I do want to go again. It was pretty fun. It's cool, like in between the mountains, there's like sand and shells. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I hiked over that. Oh my gosh, that took forever, and then it was just a lot of work. Jeez, I mean, just doing that prior to me putting in the new air filter, it wouldn't have hit that hard. I wasn't even full throttle, but jeez, I love it. Yeah, I'm hoping that the filter helps with the running lean from before. I know for a carbureted vehicle that would be the opposite. If your air filter is clogged, everything is kind of, what would you call that, mechanical, not electrical. So if your air is thrown off, blocked or whatever, you're going to be getting a lot more fuel than air. With fuel injected, it's monitored and everything by a computer. So if your air filter is blocked, it'll compensate it by cutting the amount of fuel that it can shoot in until it's completely clogged where there's like no airflow at all. It probably won't start. Anyway, that's what's been new with me. I was just at the little marketplace right there and I was double checking my fuel economy for the VFR. So the last fill up I got 31.7 miles per gallon, which is greatly improved from what, 27 average of before. But also I was riding it pretty aggressively, checking out the power ranges. So I'm hoping, ooh, look at that, babe. Yeah, I'm hoping the next fill up, I didn't ride it too aggressively, the VFR. I haven't filled it up yet though, so I won't know till I fill it up. But I'm hoping that it gets at least like a little bit more miles, maybe like 35 ideally. I would like it to get the stock, which is 45 average to the gallon. I really don't know what else to do to lean it out anymore though. I mean, there is a hint of gas smell. It's not as bad as it was before the filter, but it still smells rich out of the exhaust is what I'm trying to say. So I've been thinking about downsizing the jets, but I also don't want to lose any power. And I mean, if everything's stock how it is now, it's got to be something else. I am due for an oil change on this bike. I got like another 1,000 or 2,000 more miles. On my bike, I just did an oil change, but I wanted to run on my bike. I kind of abused my bike a lot to where I didn't go for an oil change for thousands of miles, like I should have. So I was thinking about running some seafoam in the crankcase and hopefully free up some of that shit, run it for maybe a couple hundred miles, and then do another oil change, do the same for this, because I did abuse this one slightly, but hopefully that clears up some of the shit in there. And I know after you put that in the crankcase, you're gonna need to get a new oil filter because it's gonna get all gunked up, but that'll be my next thing. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.